AITA, for uninviting my sister to my wedding for what she told my fiancé. My M27 fiancé F25 has an obvious permanent burn scar from an accident that caused her mother, her only parent, to pass away from injury. My fiancé had a long recovery. It's been 7 years. The scar is on her collarbone. It goes down her chest but isn't showing. Unless she's wearing square tops. She often wears hoodies, jackets to cover up. She puts this cream, I don't know what ladies call it, but it's supposed to tone skin color or something. I'm not sure, but my fiancé calls it foundation that is 1 degree brighter than her skin color. I absolutely adore her. She's pretty, smart, ambitious, and the list goes on. What happened was unfortunate and I'm glad she's at peace with herself and more confident. My family love her. How can they not? She's a member of the family. My mom makes sure she takes part in every family function and things like shopping and decorating other things. However, my sister made comments about my fiancé's scar several times. I've called her out on her behavior several times to get her to stop because she was hurting me before my fiancé with her backhanded and insensitive comments. I told my fiancé she had every right to cut my sister out and not deal with her bullshit, but she has been forgiving and respectful of my entire family. Our wedding is in February. My fiancé went shopping for the wedding dress. This is where the issue started. My fiancé showed the wedding dress to my sister. I didn't see it, but I was told it was a spaghetti strap dress. My fiancé likes this stuff. Anyways, my sister saw it and went nuts. She started criticizing her choice and said that she should have gotten a high neck or a jewel wedding dress to cover up the scar. She argued with my fiancé about it. I went to my family's house and I confronted her. I yelled at her after she told me my fiancé needed to return the dress and get a proper one so that guests won't focus on her burn scar and use it as the topic of conversation and gossip. I told her that she's not invited to our wedding. She isn't welcome to my wedding with this entitled attitude of hers and her insensitivity and disrespect. We argued for half an hour, then I left. In exactly an hour, my mom and dad called and berated me, saying my sister was crying after I uninvited her and that I had no right to uninvite her. She's my sister and was just trying to help out and give an advice and avoid any unnecessary drama at the wedding. My mom said my fiancé can keep the dress but suggested to wear a bridal shawl as a neutral solution. I stopped responding to my mom's calls and texts after that. Family members were upset my sister was uninvited and wanted me to invite her again because this will make family look bad in front of outsiders and guests.
Not the asshole. Uninvite anyone who insults your fiancé, emo.
Not the asshole. Your mom is ridiculous to suggest your fiancé needs to compromise with anyone on her wedding dress. What a small person your sister is. Your fiancé's burn scar is a badge of courage. I work in surgery, and I've done many burn reconstructions. That is no easy road to go down, and your fiancé should be praised for going through all that and coming out the other side with her gracious nature intact. Your sister owes you and your fiancé a huge apology. Your mother can offer one as well. This EWW factor is childish and reprehensible. Not the asshole, at all.
Not the asshole. I am a burn survivor. My scars are on my chest and upper arm. I can't begin to explain the mental toll that these so-called helpful comments have on a person. I have had people pull my blouse closed over my scars, because they were showing, or suggest what I should and shouldn't wear because of them. I have had comments about how at least it didn't damage my face and I can hide my scars. It took years to be okay with my scars. What your family is doing is abusive and psychologically damaging. Your sister is not being helpful, she is being cruel, and your parents need a huge wake-up call if they think this cruelty is acceptable. You are right to put your foot down and not allow your sister or anyone else to abuse your fiancé under the guise of being helpful.
Not the asshole. Why the fuck would they think they can tell the bride to wear anything over her dress? Especially as a compromise. Who are they to dictate? This makes me boil that they feel they can tell her to cover up her scar. Jesus. Disgusting.
Not the asshole. You and your fiancé are the only people with the right to invite or uninvite someone. And it's not for your mother to offer a compromise on something that's nothing to do with her or your sister. The best lesson I ever learned in my life was to put clear boundaries of when my family get a say in something in my life. And that boundary is never. 'Cause it's my life, not theirs. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. If your fiancé wants to wear a spaghetti strap wedding dress, then she has every right to. Those who think it's okay to gossip and make derogatory comments, including your sister, about her scar need a good look at themselves. Your sister isn't looking out for your fiancé, she's looking out for herself because she is embarrassed, on behalf of your fiancé, who doesn't care about it herself. Side note, I think you mean concealer.
Not the asshole. Your sister was being malicious and hateful, not helpful. Your mother further compounded the problem by suggesting your fiancé is allowed to keep the dress she selected if she covers it up with a shawl. Your fiancé's bodily autonomy is not a debate or democracy. Your family was not asked for and does not get a vote. Most importantly, nobody should be present at a wedding when they don't actually accept the person being married for who they are, scar or no scar.
Not the asshole. If your sister is so upset about the scar that she feels the need to argue with the bride over the wedding dress, then she should absolutely not be welcome. At this rate she would definitely make comments about it at the wedding, and doesn't see how inappropriate that is. Your mother's suggestion to compromise is rude as fuck too. Thank you for being so supportive of your fiancé. I'm sure it's one of the many reasons she loves you. Congrats, by the way.
Not the asshole. This wedding is about you and your fiancé. As long as she feels beautiful in that dress. Even with the scar, she should not compromise for anything. Also, as you pointed out, she might put that ointment foundation on it anyway. Sorry, forgot to help with the initial question. Still not the asshole for uninviting your sister. It seems only she has an issue with the scar, not anyone else.
It seems that your family doesn't really love her that much. Not the asshole. Be very clear with your parents, since it seems that your sister is voicing what they think, given your mother's comment.
Not the asshole. WTF. Your fiancé's body or wedding dress is not your family's business. She can wear what TF she wants. Jesus wept.
Not the asshole. The only person who has a say in what your fiancé wears is her. She feels confident and she should be. Your sister is making this about her and what she feels uncomfortable with. Your mother was out of line to say she needs to wear a shawl. Honestly, if they don't want to see her scar in all its unapologetic glory, then they don't need to come.
Not the asshole. What is your sister's problem? Why should she cover her burn scar up with your mom's suggestion? I know people with burns and they are self-conscious about it, so them jumping on your fiancé about it shows that they are Oz.
Not the asshole. My mom would be the next one uninvited.
Not the asshole. Sounds like you disinvited the person who would be fixating on and gossiping about something that literally does not matter at all. Maybe let your mom know she's on invite probation. I am sure your bride looks beautiful in her dress and I wish you both a very happy wedding. Not the asshole. And I'd also be tempted to uninvite the mum because of her solution. There doesn't need to be a solution as there is no problem. It's not their wedding.
Not the asshole. What a crappy way for the two to make the date about themselves. It's your and your fiancé's wedding. No one else's. It's your dream date, and it has to be perfect how the two of you want. Your sis can dictate at her wedding. And fucked up of her to body shame. You're awesome for supporting your partner through what was clearly bullying. I wish you two a lovely wedding. Don't let their negative energy rain on your parade.
Not the asshole. You've told your sister to stop, and she hasn't. She went as far as actually arguing with your fiancé about her choice of wedding dress. And now your parents think that the problem is that your sister is crying. Why on earth do people think that someone shedding tears makes them the victim? Feel bad, does she? Good. She should feel bad, but probably not for the reasons she thinks. She should feel bad because she is an insensitive, superficial person who doesn't know when to sit down and shut the hell up.
Not the asshole at all. This is a celebration of your and your partner's love for each other. If anyone has a problem with how you two want to celebrate, they don't have to be involved.
Not the asshole. Your sister makes your family look bad. If your sister cared, your sister would be making sincere apologies to you and your fiancé.
And that I had no right to uninvite her. It's absolutely your right. It's your wedding. Your relatives have neither the right to dictate the guest list nor to dictate the wardrobe. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. It also sounds like your sister is voicing concerns that your mom and dad may also have. You need to be very clear with all of them that your wife can wear what she wants to and you will not tolerate any comments about her scar. That is non-negotiable if they want to be included.
Not the asshole. You gave her plenty of warning to stop being an R, and your fiancé seems to have had the patience of a saint, then your sister took it ridiculously far. Considering that, when confronted, she doubled down. I don't really think she could be trusted not to make a scene at the wedding, either, when she sees your fiancé in her improper dress. She had so many chances not to be awful and she took none of them. It's honestly never okay to negatively call attention to anything someone cannot change and or did not choose. Uninviting your sister was the right choice.
I was in a car crash at 18. Time has faded my scars on my face and from the surgery to repair my rotator cuff. 18 staples there. Both weddings I wore strapless gowns. Who the F talks bad about a bride on her wedding day? People you don't want in your life, that's who. You sister stays uninvited no matter. Your parents, well, they need to realize there is no excuse for your sister's attitude. I'd remind them that this is also on them for letting her bully a girl about something she had no control over. That is pure BS.
Not the asshole. How on earth could you think you are the asshole? Also, tell your family that you don't want to look bad in front of outsiders and guests, either, which is why your sister isn't invited, and why they won't be invited if they don't drop this immediately.
Not the asshole. Relay everything sis said to the flying monkeys, then inform them if they feel the same they are uninvited too. This is body shaming. Full stop. Sis is ta.
Not the asshole. I don't see why your sister thinks it's her place to tell your fiancé what to wear. Especially since it's not her wedding. No one can tell you to invite your sister again. That's your finances decision. I don't see why you would want someone hateful there. You've told her not to say shit like that so many times. Your fiancé has been respectful to her over and over again. I'm sure it hurt her feelings. Your sister needs to grow up and be a nicer person. Don't let your family guilt you into inviting her. It's your wedding. Don't let anyone ruin that for you guys. By the way, your mom seems like part of the problem. She said she let your fiancé wear that dress. No. Your fiancé should wear whatever the hell she wants, feels beautiful in. No one else has a say.
Not the asshole. Princess Eugenie wore a dress highlighting a surgical scar and was praised. Your sister is being cray-cray. Your fiancé can whatever she damn well pleases. Not the asshole at all. It's up to the individual themselves what they want to wear. Not the asshole. Your sister has clearly shown how she'd react if she was a regular guest at the wedding and didn't see the dress beforehand. So even if you invited her again, she sounds like she'll just cause a massive scene and that'll probably embarrass you to outsiders. It's your day, I say leave that shit behind.
Not the asshole. Your sister mad that she ain't got one of nature's most badass tattoos. I am glad your fiancé is willing to be open about her scars and everything they mean to us survivors. Source: burn survivor who would slap someone for telling me to cover my scars.
Not the asshole at all. Congrats on your upcoming nuptials. You also got a glimpse of your family and their revolting behavior. Offer to send your mother and sister a picture of your beautiful wife on your wedding day. If they are so uncomfortable with gossip, it's your job to demand a respectful relationship. Good luck. Not the asshole. I have a major scar that is very noticeable as well, and it was displayed on my wedding day. If anyone started shit over it, they'd get the boot as well. Not the asshole. It's your wedding. This has nothing to do with outsiders and guests. Maybe you come from a culture where caring what others think actually matters. But ultimately, if you do allow your abusive sister to be at your wedding, it will cause far more drama since she is obviously incapable of acting like a decent, normal human being for a day, since she couldn't even pull it off for a few hours to shop for a dress. Don't allow your future wife to be treated this way, and don't allow toxic family to ruin your relationship with your wife. Keep her safe and keep the sister away. Good luck. Not the asshole. My sil has a skin condition and also wore that kind of foundation with the dress she wanted. Nobody even noticed the marks. But you shouldn't have let this go on so long or tell your fiancé she could cut off your sister. That was passing your responsibility for handling your family onto your fiancé. Your sister is small-minded, ableist and petty. Your parents are ours for taking her side, and it sounds like they have been agreeing with her about the scar before this.
Not the asshole. Well done standing up for your wife-to-be. You're doing it right.
Not the asshole. How dare your family tell your fiancée what to wear to her own wedding? Anyone who doesn't agree doesn't have to go. I was born with one hand. I have scars all over my hand due to a surgery. I also only have 9 toes and a giant scar on my foot from the same surgery. If someone told me that I needed to cover up my scars and my hand, they would get a bunch of words told to them that are not good for children's ears.
Not the asshole. It's your wife's wedding dress. You don't need a neutral solution or something that will reduce drama. She loves the dress and she's comfortable, and that's all that matters.
Not the asshole. But you are a great fiancé, and you have every right to uninvite your rude-ass sister so that your wife can feel beautiful and special on her day. Imagine going out to buy a dress, or looking online and you sit there and look and everything is wrong with every dress, and then it's there, the one special dress, and you feel like this is it. You are a bride. You want to see your fiancé's face when he sees you in this dress. And then she has to make this all about the Brune scare, and I bet the bloody Brune scare is not even close to how horrible your sister makes it out to be. It's probably not something one would even notice on a day-to-day basis, because no one goes around and just sees people's flaws.
Not the asshole. Your family, especially your sister, is WAAAAY out of line. The scar is part of your fiancé and no one's business. I would presume everyone at your wedding will know her, so no one is going to be shocked at it. Ask your sister how she plans to conceal the black eye she'll be sporting if she dares to show up. Not the asshole. My mom and dad called and berated me, saying my sister was crying after I uninvited her and that I had no right to uninvite her. No right? This is your wedding. You hold all the rights. If my family acted like this, I'd have uninvited them all.
Wow. I'm so sorry this is happening. It's big of your mom to say your fiancé can wear the dress. You are not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your parents say your fiancé can wear something to cover her scar. What a load of shit. It's her wedding, she can wear whatever she wants. If people comment, it's because they have no class. Princess Eugenie wore a dress that showed her scoliosis scar with pride.
Less than my mom said my fiancé can keep the dress how big of her.
NTA. Your mom's comment of, you have no right to uninvite her. Like, ma'am, he's the groom. Also, your sister is an ah. How dare she say crap like that to your so. Edit for typo and to add.
Not the asshole. My mom said my fiancé can keep the dress but suggested to wear a bridal shawl as a neutral solution. How generous of her. I was wondering how your sister could grow up to be such a superficial, entitled monster, but I think I get it now.
Not the asshole uninvited your whole family. If they want to not look bad, they shouldn't act like horrible people.
NTA. You sound really awesome and supportive to your fiancé. Scars are part of people's lives. Who cares if it shows when she is wearing her wedding dress?
Not the asshole. Also, elope. Screw them.